off to the side when when the twos or threes are up. What's that conversation? Do you still have those conversations now with Matt Patricia or Sean Desai, stuff like that, for and how how's that relationship building right there?
Yeah, I've been able to build a relationship with Matt Patricia and just the conversations in his role early on in the year. Being able to see his perspective on the game and defensive ball, and I think it's just allowed me to put more knowledge into my bank.
Yeah, and I know you guys always have like that next play mentality, but when there's such a insane level of difficulty, like in regards to the 3rd and 20 completion to AJ, like are you able to appreciate it in the moment or after the game? And when you look back at that play, kind of what stands out about how you were able to move around and obviously find him and loft him accurately.
Yeah, you just anytime you go out there, regardless of the play, you just want to execute it and execute it at a high level. There are going to be unfortunate things that does happen in the game, things that you have to respond with the right attitude and mentality. And as long as we're able to do that, regardless of the situation, it's a very crucial point in the game. We're able to make a connection there for a big game and extend that drive. So that was huge.
After the game, you were kind of in the locker room talking to DeVonta, talking to Kelce, and obviously without asking what you were talking to them about, is it kind of a thing where like it was things that you wanted to address during the game that concerned you? I mean, what was kind of going on there?
Yeah, very observant of you. Those are conversations that happen every game. The things that you don't see, and sometimes, people don't know what they don't know. But in terms of just constant pursuit of excellence and playing to the level we want to play to, that takes all 11. It takes great communication. It takes great leadership. And so, those conversations go on just for the betterment of us as a team, talking about what we saw and how we can continue to move forward.
When you look at this Cardinals defense, is there a aspect of it that you think is either underrated, or pretty much underrated, or because they're at the bottom of a lot of things, but there's still players on that side of the ball? Like, is there something like an aspect of their defense you think?
I think they have great players out there. I think they're led by Buddha, and they fly to the ball, and they're very very challenging, and we just have to execute. I think it always comes down to that, regardless of who you're playing. Can we go out there and execute, play clean football, and be good in our details, fundamentals, and doing what we need to do.
They say, I guess, a win cures all ills, and getting a win in the way you guys did it, showing resiliency. Do you feel like this team is kind of, I don't want to say back on track, but maybe getting to the point where you want to be here late in the season?
Yeah, I think that's a constant quest. There's a constant quest in that. I don't think there's a point where we'll arrive anywhere. Everybody has the same goal, but it's just a journey of it every day. Coming in here trying to get better. We have standards. We have standards that we won't compromise, but the process of just getting better every day remains the same through it all. And so, I said, don't compromise. We're not going to compromise the standard at all. We're just going to commit ourselves to excellence and chasing that and remaining in pursuit of that, knowing that it's making us better every day.
Would you agree that getting a win in that process makes it a little more, enjoyable or a little bit more, determined to keep going?
We play this game to win, Winning is the only thing that matters. So, of course, that does something to you. I'd hope it does. If not, you like my coach says, Stout says, you might want to get your saliva checked. But that's why we play this game. Play this game to win. Play this game to learn through our experiences, because those are honestly probably more valuable than any win or loss. Just the experience dealt in that moment, and so we got a lot of experiences that we can call on from this year, and that year is far from over. And we're just growing. We're just growing.
Jalen, I don't know if you've talked to AJ, but obviously he was upset after the game because he didn't want to speak. Do you have any idea why he was upset after the game?
I don't know. I don't want to speak for him. I don't know. You know, I know he's a competitive person. He demands a lot out of himself, and that goes for anyone else in the locker room. You know, it's like I said, he has a standard for himself, and he's not compromising that. He's demanding that of himself, and he wants that out of his teammates as well. You know, and everyone around him.
Jalen, as well as, Kyler Murray and everything, just to kind of see how he got back from the knee injury from last year to playing the way he is this year. I mean, what does that kind of say about him, or what are your thoughts about that? Yeah,
I'm happy to see him back on the field. You know, he's a very very unique player, and just how he plays, and he's a very special player. I guess that's more. That's a better way to say it. He's a very special player. He's always been a special player since high school. And so it'll be a challenge for us having to deal with him.
15 games in now, what's it been like having Alex Tanney as your quarterback's coach, and what has he brought to the room, and how's that relationship with you guys all in there?
Yeah, he's he's kind of always been around. He's always had a role. Role has changed a little bit this year, but he's been good. He's been good, and it's been a year of learning, and all of us growing in that room.
They say there's always a 24-hour rule to enjoy a win or reflect on a loss. How do you enjoy a win within that 24-hour?
I got nothing for that one. I don't know.
Nothing to do.
I go, try and win the game, and once that's accomplished, you kind of back to the drawing boards of seeing how you can grow from the things that you didn't do at a high level, and maybe you did do as well. It's like I said, winning is the only thing that matters, but it's so valuable. It's so much value in the experiences that we have in playing the game, every rep, every different look we get, and that's something that I honor. Just in my position, playing my position, and being who I am for the team, because it's truly about growth. It's truly about learning and the lessons, and finding those lessons in everything that you do. So it's just a journey in that, But like I said, winning is fun. Winning is fun. Everybody likes that.
Do you kind of get the sense sometimes that the perception is you guys don't enjoy winning as much as maybe you should, or how do you feel about that?
Yeah, people. It's everyone has their own preconceived notion on something, and a lot of people are going to tell you how to handle something that they're not they're not in that position. I know I've been looked at like that for a long time, because there's value in losing, and that does something to you. As a competitor, it drives you, pushes you forward. You don't want to feel those feelings you felt when you came up short in situations. And so every competitor is different. Every competitor handles and channels different emotions in different ways. And so how we channel that as a team, as long as we're doing it together, as long as we're on the same page, that's all that matters. And so we just want to continue to grow through these experiences, the lessons we've had of the last month, and channel it in the right way for us as a team, so we can be successful and be who we're called to be out there on the field.
Last one. Good. Cool. Thanks, man.
Thanks, man.